I wanted sesame chicken. I couldn't find it. I made it myself. Let's go.
Alright guys, so we're going to be taking some chicken breasts and we're going to be cutting them into 3/4 of an inch size pieces. So some of them might be a little bit longer, some of them might be a little bit smaller, but that's totally fine. Okay, here, so we're going to be taking 1 egg white. I'm not going to lie to you, this took me a few tries that I had to edit out, but you know what? Practice makes perfect, guys. Okay, so we're going to take some white pepper here. We're going to add 1 pinch of it. Un chin chin, tú sabes, mi gente. Un chin nada más. Alright guys, so here we're going to add something called cornstarch slurry. It's cornstarch and water equal parts together. And then it's going to become a little like a liquidy consistency, almost looking like milk. And that's going to help things get really thick in here. So when you have your cornstarch slurry, you're going to add 2 tablespoons of it. So just a little bit. And then you're going to save the rest for later, whatever you made. Alright, so once you have all your ingredients, you're going to beat it all up in there. I added just a little pinch of salt to this as well, just to give it a little bit of taste. So, you know, uno siempre con vaina extra. Alright, so we have half a tablespoon of sugar here that I'm going to add in. Mix that in there. And then you're going to take the rest of your chicken and you're going to put it in there. Make sure all your pieces are coated in with the mixture of the seasoning there. You got to make sure of that. And you mix it in there. Menealo, menealo, menealo. Alright guys, so after you're done doing that, we're going to start on our sauce here. So you're going to add some rice cooking wine, some rice vinegar. Then after that, you're going to add some oyster sauce. These can be found at the Chinese markets. So you're going to add 2 tablespoons of each thing. So bam, bam. And then you're going to mix it all together. And we'll see how that comes out in a second. Alright, and for that little razzle dazzle, we're going to add 2 tablespoons of honey in there. Make sure this is nice and sweet. And 2 tablespoons of sugar that I'm going to add into here, as well as some sesame seeds. The sesame seeds is al gusto tuyo, so however much you want to put. I added 2 tablespoons, but you don't really have to add all that, you know, depends on you. And then last but not least, you're going to be adding 2 tablespoons of soy sauce. You know, what's a Asian dish without some soy sauce? And to finish off the sauce, you're going to add 1 cup of chicken stock. So, you know, it's not chicken broth, it's chicken stock. Make sure you read the labels, guys. Okay, so now we're going to do our dry mix, which is going to be some flour, half a cup exactly. And we're going to be doing 1 full cup of cornstarch. Cornstarch is maicena. So if you have made my videos before, you all know this is kind of essential when frying things, and that's what we're going to be doing with this chicken. So half a cup of flour, 1 full cup of cornstarch. Okay, and then you add half a tablespoon of baking soda. So this is when things start to get a little weird. That's 1/3 of a cup of vegetable oil or canola oil. And then you're going to be adding some water. So this part little confused me a little bit because, you know, when do you add water and oil together in the same thing? I thought a little explosion was going to happen in my kitchen, but that wasn't the case. Here I'm adding a whole egg. So, you know, it helps bind everything together. And you're going to make kind of like a pancake mix here. It's a little weird, but, you know, I never made this before. This is my first time. I'm teaching you guys from the experiences, so there we have it. Look at that. Alright, here, so you're going to add your chicken that's been marinating in the seasoning inside your mix here. You're going to make sure everything is coated together again, and make sure you get the mixture on each piece of chicken because this is what we're going to be frying. Okay, test your oil to make sure it's hot enough, and then you're going to add one piece of chicken at a time. Make sure you don't add them all together because if you add them all together, it's going to create one big pancake, and that's not what you want. So make sure you add your piece one by one, and don't fill up the pan too much, just enough. You'll know when it's enough. If it's too much, you'll know. Alright, so you're going to be moving them around, making sure they get nice and crispy on each side, nice and golden brown. So I would say like a minute on each side. Okay, so at this point you're going to double fry these babies. So you're going to, after you take them out the first time, you're going to dip them in a second time for about a minute. So this is what they look like after you fry them a second time for a minute. And this helps the coating stay on the chicken. Okay, so then you add your sauce inside the pan. And then you're going to be adding the rest of your cornstarch slurry that we made earlier in the recipe. And you got to add it in here, and what it does is makes it thick so it can coat around all the chicken, like when you get it from the Chinese. So we're going to be adding that in a second. So if you can see, as soon as you put it in, it gets nice and boiling. So as soon as you see that sauce is thick, you're going to add your chicken in there. And you're going to mix all the sauce into all the chicken.
Guys, so we are about to try the sesame chicken that Abe just did. We're gonna give you guys our first impressions, okay? So, you ready?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. It smells like authentic Chinese food. I'm not even gonna lie.
It smells amazing.
It does. Oh my god. Wow.
Get your life.
Guys. Yo. God bless his hands. This is really good.
This is why this happened.
Yup. That's why my best friend is getting married to him. But no, for real, all jokes aside, follow his recipe because this is truly, like, it's really good. It's good. So, give this video a thumbs up.
Guys, don't forget to like and subscribe to this video. Press the thumbs up if you want to keep watching these amazing recipes.